What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. In this one, I'm going to be showing how to make a modern house. This is the 108th installment of Modern House, I think. I already forgot. And here it is. This one's a little weird. It's a little bit different for sure, but I don't particularly hate it, obviously, because, well, you're seeing this right now. Anyway, with that being said, enjoy the tutorial, and I will catch you on the flip side. Here are all the materials you will needing. It's literally quick math 7. I would just grab them in the order you see them, so like bottom to top in each row, left to right. But I will reiterate that in a second. Alrighty, and the spatial medium for this is a 26 by 18. And again, just to reiterate the materials, you need smooth quartz blocks, gray concrete, light gray concrete, black stained glass pens, black stained glass blocks, and dark oak door, unless I'm forgetting something catastrophic, but I don't think I am. Starting from we'll go front left-hand corner of your 26 by 18 grid, cough cough, if you made it. You want to start by counting back by 3, and going back, you will place 6 gray concrete. And you'll take the front block that you placed and just bring it right by 2, so you have a little L. Now, this is where I need my notes, and I forgot to pull them up. I always do, but oh well. You want to bring this whole thing up with 5 additional rows. Hopefully everyone is having a good day or night. I am for the most part, even though it's 11:30 in the morning, but that's besides the point. Not much of a day to be had at that point. Anyway. Why did I put a W instead of a Q? That's besides the point as well. I would fill in the top of this fully, kind of, I guess, making it a 3 by 6. And then on the right side, I guess bring it down, like, I'll say 1 row. I think it's only 1, but yeah, it is. I guess if you want to do the back too, you could, but the whole thing's blocked, so it doesn't matter. Anyway. I would take the bottom right front hand gray concrete. That is this one specifically. And you want to start by, or you want to go back diagonally to the right from it with a light gray concrete. Then go right with 4 black stained glass pens, light gray concrete, dark oak door, light gray concrete, dark oak door, and then a light gray concrete. You can copy that row 2 more times, except you just want a light gray concrete on top of either door. You're not really placing doors on doors, because, well, that's not possible. But I suppose that's besides the point. Okay, this one is not the one. I was like, there is some things happening, but it's not here yet. Directly right of this row of light gray concrete here, you want to place a row of gray concrete that is 10 blocks tall. That's not 10. There we go. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I had to make sure because I accidentally placed an 11th. You then want to bring that row forward with 4 more rows. If you happen to have a grid, it should just be in line with the front of the grid. In case it matters. But you don't really need the grid. That's just good baseline to inform of. Let's start building up this left side a little bit more, because, well, this looks weird, frankly. On top of the light gray concrete and black stained glass panes, you're going to place a row of smooth quartz blocks. You want to bring that row forward by what I believe is 2 rows, but I'm going to confirm that before I said, can I confirm that? I didn't take the image. Oh, wait, no, that one shows me, never mind. Yes, 2 rows forward. Which should make it 1 further than the gray concrete. Right, I knew that. I don't know why I didn't think about that. I would take this front row and just extend it left by 1 so it goes in front of the gray concrete like so. On the right, you will take these 3 rows, and you will bring each one up with 5 smooth quartz blocks, each of these 3 blocks. Yes, it is 5. Shows you how little I know. So I don't build things a day before. Anyway, then you can bring those 3 rows each left. Well, no, I'm not going to do that yet, actually. I lied. First off, I would start at least this bottom row of smooth quartz blocks. you want to go left to right behind it, and you want to place 3 smooth quartz blocks, and then just the rest of the row will be gray concrete, and then you'll stop before your wall. You will go left to right on top of that row of gray concrete, and you want to place a gray concrete, 2 dark oak doors, gray concrete, 2 black glass, and then you will want another gray concrete in line with this wall here. You then can copy that row 3 more times, except, well, again, you're not placing dark oak doors on dark oak doors, you're placing black glass on top of the doors, specifically 2 per door. You will then bring that whole thing up with a row of gray concrete. This will be in line with the top of the smooth quartz, which is fine. It looks really goofy like that. More things will happen later. That's not specific, but whatever. Okay, so at the left side here you have these 3 smooth quartz blocks. You will bring each of them back by, we'll say 3. And then you will take this back row and bring it up by, yet again, 5 smooth quartz blocks. So it should be, again, as tall as that gray concrete, except it's taller than the one to the left. Just like that. And you can also bring it on top of the gray concrete by 2 rows, except this will just be 3 smooth quartz per gray concrete, just like that. You want another window here in this gap, so basically it's just gray concrete inside of the smooth quartz, and then your 4 black glass on top, and then gray concrete encasing that completely. These lines of gray concrete on the ceiling kind of look cool, actually. I do like them, but because I felt like this looked better with the gray concrete on the underside, and it didn't look bad with the gray concrete on top, so I was like, whatever. On this front row of smooth quartz blocks here, at the bottom, you can just place a row of black stained glass pans. And that's all we'll do for there right now. We're going to do the, like, smooth quartz of the roof at the very end, just because I find that a little bit easier with the situation that we have here. Anyway, on the right side of this gray concrete, we can actually do the other side of this split house. You want to take the 3rd gray concrete back, or actually the middle of the row of the bottom row of 5. You will go right from this with 2 black glass and then 2 dark oak doors. I would just honestly bring the black glass up by 7. And then the doors up with 6 black glass. Forgot to mention that. Off of the, not the row of black glass directly above the dark oak doors, but one more up, you can just place smooth quartz blocks across. You could make the row of black glass behind that smooth quartz as well, but it doesn't really matter. You want a row of smooth quartz off the right of the dark oak doors and black glass. It is 1 taller, which means it's 9 tall. And then you also want that to stick forward a row and backward 2 rows. So you just have 4 rows of this. Just like that. Easy enough. From the bottom back smooth quartz block here, you can go across by 7 with smooth quartz. We're gonna place and then break. So you want to bring, well, actually, let's start with this, I guess. You want to bring it back by, what I believe is 12? Yes, 12 smooth quartz. And then from there, you want to go across the back by 8, which should technically be left. Now, bring this whole thing up with 3 additional rows. And we have a few blocks we have to break. They're not bad, but I just felt like it was easier to fill the thing rather than trying to explain the holes in the wall. And then on the, not the top row, but the row below it, basically every other block you're breaking of the smooth quartz row. So you're leaving the first one as smooth quartz, second one breaking, third leaving, fourth breaking, fifth, etc. And you're doing this on all sides, making sure that the corners are smooth quartz and the edges are also smooth quartz. If it doesn't line up with that, then just check your math on how many holes. Basically, it's 3 on the front, 4 on the back, and then 6 on the right. And then just place gray concrete inside of the wall behind these, and I would just place like a whole row going around, just a nice little C. You probably want to coat these walls anyway with gray concrete, because you'll see with one of the next steps that it does get a little bit strange if you don't try to do that. But anyway, back to the front here. You want to start off by placing off of the front row of smooth quartz here, this top row. You're going to bring it back with 2 rows of smooth quartz, which I would also make your wall to the left, which is this wall right here, also just back those 2 rows, at least the blocks that are visible above it. Behind that, you will place a row of gray concrete, and you can bring it around. I'm going to wait on that because it'll just be a little bit easier. You want to go right to left on top of this, and this pattern is going to seem very familiar. You want to place gray concrete, 2 dark oak doors, gray concrete, 2 black glass, and then you'll have a gray concrete just behind your smooth quartz there. And then you can copy that row 3 more times. Sound familiar? And again, make sure you don't bring the doors up with doors. If you somehow manage to do that, I'd be impressed, though. Place a row of gray concrete on top of that. Which again, it is in line with the smooth quartz. Off the front of this balcony and going to the right till you are just touching this gray concrete row here, you're going to place some black stained glass pans off the whole front row and then just going back 3. Now, for the gray concrete row that I did just previously mention, you're just actually going on top of this row of gray concrete down here. Now, make sure when you go, well, the back is the whole thing, but the left, you're stopping 1 short of the smooth quartz. You're just stopping right there, which is actually exactly what I had, except it is just shifted back more here. But that's why I was saying you should layer them anyway, because this is gray concrete. You could make that your floor material, though. It doesn't make a difference, necessarily. Anyway, going around in the same fashion that I guess going from the front, right, back, and then left, you're just placing, 4, 5, I can't count, 8 gray concrete, aka the whole right side, and then you're going across the back with 2 black stained glass blocks, gray concrete, 2 black stained glass blocks, and then a gray concrete, and yet again, you're copying that row 3 more times. You could make the windows, panes if you wanted for, like, a section like this. I didn't because I wanted to keep it consistent. Because, I mean, you can make all of them panes, except then you'd have to still have the glass blocks above the door, and it just gets a little bit weird. And then again, you're placing your row of gray concrete on top of all of that. Nice. I think that's all of... No, there's one more gray concrete thing. So, we're gonna do the funny thing, aka orienting yourself from the back and pretending like this is the left wall, the wall that we just did, and the right is the side that we're going towards. So, you're gonna take this quote-unquote right row of smooth quartz blocks, and you're gonna bring it up by 5. Look, it's in line with the gray concrete. Sound familiar again? You're gonna bring it right by 3 and then connect it back down to the ground. You should have this, like, long 2-block wide, gap, and you're just filling the whole thing in with black stained glass pans. There's no, like, divider blocks or anything like you have on the front there. It's just there. Directly to the right of this, you want to place a row of gray concrete that is 10 tall, so it should be 1 row taller. And then you'll bring it towards you a row and also away from you a row. If you want, because we might as well do this now, you can just take the top gray concrete row and connect it front to back. Just like that. That's something we'll have to do later, we might as well get it out of the way before I forget about it. And, well, I mean, I wouldn't forget about it, but just while it's logical. Anyway. So you have 3 rows of gray concrete here. You're taking the furthest in row, which is technically back, according to our orientation. You want to place a light gray concrete to the right. Go right from that with a dark oak door, light gray concrete, dark oak door, light gray concrete, 5 black stained glass pans, and then a light gray concrete. Just by the way, I do like having these doors facing towards each other. It really doesn't matter. You could have them facing away, you could have them facing different directions or the same direction. It doesn't make a difference. Anyway, you're copying that row 2 more times again, except, you know the drill with the doors. It's like concrete on top in this section. So, how do I want to go about this now? Okay, here's what we're gonna do. On top of this entire row that we just placed, except for this far left block, you're leaving this far left block alone. But every other block of light gray concrete or black stained glass panes, you're placing a row of gray concrete on top. Just ignore that block on the left. That's a problem for not right now. You're placing a row of smooth quartz in front of this row, yeah. And make sure that it is one off the left and one off the right. That didn't actually look that bad. At the right, I would just connect it down and also bring it up by 5. And at the left, you can actually also go up by 5. Just like that. Now in the middle, you're going to go either left to right or right to left on top of the row of gray concrete. Doesn't matter. You're going to place 1 gray concrete, 2 black glass, gray concrete, 2 black glass, gray concrete, 2 black glass, and then a gray concrete. Again, copy that row 3 more times. And then place a row of gray concrete on top of that. Now, there is one more thing. On the actual left wall, which is the only wall we haven't done, you're taking this row of smooth quartz blocks and you're just going forward until you connect into the gray concrete section / the other smooth quartz that you have here. And you're just filling in this whole wall blank. Nice. I suppose it's time to start marking out roof stuff. So, I'm actually going to start here with one thing. Well, no, let's just start with all the outline stuff. I feel like that's better anyway. So, we'll start with the balcony on the left here. So, you have this smooth quartz 5 row of, or this smooth quartz wall that has a row of 5 along the top. Take the middle one of this and you want to bring it forward by... it'd be cool if I could count 6. So it should be in line with the smooth quartz row below at this front, and then you'll connect it right. Which it should actually connect perfectly, yeah. This middle section here, you'll just take this top right smooth quartz block and connect it to the left. The other 2 gray concrete sections, which is the one on the right and the one on the back left, you're just placing smooth quartz blocks outside of that row of gray concrete, kind of encasing it almost, and then just stopping whenever you hit more smooth quartz. From an overhead, it should look like this. That's kind of the shape you want. Yes, I didn't even realize the back was so flat until now. I don't know how I didn't, like, register that. Anyway, rest of the roof you're filling in with smooth quartz blocks. Now, skylights. I didn't add any, but it might not be a bad idea to throw one in, because the gray concrete will make a nice, like, point to kind of add a skylight, because there's a good amount of rows of those, which you could just turn into squares or rectangles and put glass in the middle. Nothing crazy. Let's make sure that didn't actually connect. I didn't think it connected, but I had to make sure. Although I guess 1 block isn't a huge difference. Because, I mean, honestly, you should look at the build and just, like, look at individual things and think, okay, is this good, or is there something that I could fiddle with, and just try playing around with it. Anyway, once you have done that, ladies and gentlemen, I am just double checking, that is your modern house, the 108th installment complete. Thank you guys for watching this one. If you guys did enjoy this video, let me know what you guys think of this one in the comments down below. I'm a little rusty on modern houses. I have not been making very many recently. Anyway, have a fantastic rest of your day, or night, and I will see you on the next one. Oops, I forgot to do the thing. Peace.